Hi everybody, welcome to Any Kitchen with April. And guess what? I'm April. Okay, so today my husband said he wanted spaghetti. So I don't want to use spaghetti sauce from a jar. So what do? I think I'm gonna make it from scratch. So I soaked my tomatoes. Can we start all over?
Nope.
Are you talking at all?
I might, but we're not starting over where you do everything in one take. So whatever
Babe,
you do, you have to keep it going.
we cannot do it in one take.
We don't edit on this show. Have fun.
You are awful. Okay, so I washed the tomatoes. That is the biggest point you need to make. Yes, I did. So because I'm going to roast my tomatoes with garlic, I've already peeled the garlic. I have the garlic here. I've already... Babe.
Keep going.
I think, turn that off. Okay. Alrighty. So I have the raw knife. I want to take out this core right here. So I'm just gonna do this really quick. Take out the core from all of the big house tomatoes. I have house tomatoes, I have cherry tomatoes, and I have a tomato that just said sweet. And I was like, sign me up for it. They were on a vine, so I got those as well. So I have a good 8 or 10 house tomatoes. I'm just gonna take out the, you see all the tomatoes? I have different variety. That's what I like when you make either sauce or a soup. Don't stick with one tomato. Get whatever you can find. Heirloom, right now they're not in season, so I couldn't get that, but I usually throw in a couple of heirloom, whatever's there, but I mix it up. I never come home with just one type of tomato. Nope, I need a variety. So that's what I'm doing. And because I'm gonna roast it and then use my really good blender, I think everybody that really loves to cook should own a Vitamix or a Blendtec, because when it comes to pureeing and doing stuff with seeds and so forth, the only way you're going to do it, unless you have a mill, and I don't know too many people with a mill, so I just think that the Vitamix or the Blendtec is a good way to go, because you can do so much with them. You can make ice cream, you can make soups, you can make smoothies, and guess what? You'll have that machine for a long time. I know I tried Hamilton Beach and a bunch of other, I'm just throwing away the core. I tried a bunch of other blenders and none of them worked. They all broke down at some point. So now, no rhyme or reason, I am just gonna cut up my tomatoes. I don't have to take the seeds out. I don't have to do any of that, because once I blend them together, you won't even know that seeds are in there. And the skin doesn't matter either. I know most people like to either blanch the skin off in hot water. I don't do any of that. I just roast and keep it moving. My set guy, when I asked how did everything look, he said everything looked good, and then he moved something.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, you.
I'm not the set guy. I'm the director.
You are the camera person, the director, the set dresser.
I don't know what business you're in, but I'm not the set guy.
Okay.
I'm a director producer.
Oh, God. Okay. If you say so. So I have a bowl. I'm adding all the tomatoes, seeds, skin, everything. Everything goes in there. And that's the beauty of it. So I'm gonna have a lot of tomatoes, but guess what? Once they wither down and get roasted, it won't look like so much. You'll see what I'm saying. They kind of shrivel up. Once you blend it, it'll be a nice amount. So if I have too much, I will freeze some sauce, because nobody wants to do this all the time. So I'm making a double batch for the sole purpose of freezing some. And I have 1 or 2 containers I can put it in the freezer. So that's gonna come in handy. And you can go to like the 99-cent store or the Container Store, any store that sells containers, and get those, just the regular white ones with the top. Like if you were to do a to-go soup, those type of containers work really well in the freezer. And you just freeze it. And when you get ready to use it, you thaw it out. Make sure you do it in the morning when you wake up. And then you can have your sauce all thawed out for dinner time. And the beauty is, it's already made. You're just, defrosting it. What are you doing, camera person?
For your next step, walk us through it.
I'm gonna add olive oil. Not gonna measure anything, just some olive oil. Okay? Get it all nice and oiled. Then I'm gonna add some pepper.
Slippery is a cooking term.
Yes.
Get it slippery.
Get it slippery. And then I'm gonna add some sea salt. Pink Himalayan sea salt. And I know that seems like a lot, but there is a lot of...
If Himalayan, what is she doing?
Oh, wow.
Get it? If Himalayan, what is she doing?
Okay, wow.
Let me start giving away all of this free talent behind the camera.
Mix. Mixa. Pora. Bet people don't know what that's from. Blue's Clues. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it on my cookie sheet. It's a lot. I probably need a bigger cookie. Wow. Cookie sheet.
Clearly she wasn't talking to me, but
she was not.
Hey, listen, don't bother me, no.
She was not.
Listen, it'll get you pregnant every time, though.
Okay. She was not talking to you, boo-boo.
For the third time.
Huh?
Wow, for the third time. You're making it crystal clear, huh?
Crystal. Not talking about you.
Okay.
So let's get all the tomatoes on there. Feels like everybody will have a home. Everybody will have a home. Oh, I'm so excited. Nothing like fresh. We're home, it's quarantine or whatever. You got time. Let's stop popping bottles. Now, I do have spaghetti sauce in the back. Royale reminded me earlier. But that is in case of emergency. You know what I mean? I have a nice pantry full of stuff, but that doesn't mean because we're having spaghetti, I have to use that spaghetti sauce. I like to make stuff from scratch. That is just my thing. Now, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but when I can, and time is not of the essence, I am definitely going to entertain the idea of making it from scratch. Okay, that looks good. Let me rinse my hands. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. And because this is my recipe and I'll do what the hell I want, I'm gonna add some garlic powder because I love garlic powder. Yes, let it roast. Don't know how much that was and do not care. More salt. Generous. That's gonna be perfect. And I may not have to season it afterwards. So that is the point. If you let it roast with the seasonings, I think for us, it works a whole lot better. And there you have it. So now I'm gonna put it in the oven. Gonna put it in at 400 degrees and I'm gonna leave it for about an hour. So I just took the roasted tomatoes, garlic, and I added a half an onion in there because I forgot. And now I'm gonna transfer it into a very good Dutch pot. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my emulsifier and get it to the consistency that I want for the spaghetti sauce. Okay, I thought I was gonna put it in a pot and use the emulsifier, but I decided to put it in my Vitamix. And I'm going to mix it, and all the seeds, all the skin, everything will disappear. And I'm going to go ahead and just start it on low. And you guys saw how many tomatoes I started out with. This is all I had. So I thought it was going to be way too much and I was going to freeze some of it. I won't have enough to freeze. And if I put it on high, it will actually cook it. So I don't fresh spaghetti sauce straight from the oven into the blender. Look at the consistency. And I don't like everything smooth. I like stuff with some consistency. So I'm glad that it has a couple of chunks to it. So good. Bon appetit.